Good morning, children. In the previous video, you learned about the energy currency of the cell. Now, in this video, we are going to deal with the topic rate of breathing in terrestrial and aquatic animals. Now, children, as we all know that uh, respiration is an essential life process for all the living organisms. So, whether it is a terrestrial organism or aquatic organism, respiration is essential. And for respiration, oxygen is required by both terrestrial as well as aquatic animals. Now, what happens? Terrestrial animals can breathe in atmospheric oxygen. It means they breathe oxygen, they take oxygen available in the atmosphere. But aquatic animals cannot do the same. They are not able to absorb atmospheric oxygen, isn't it? So, what thing that they do? They use actually the oxygen dissolved in water. So this is a big difference in between terrestrial animal and aquatic animal. Terrestrial animal take oxygen from the atmosphere, but aquatic animal use oxygen which is dissolved in water for respiration purpose. Now, the amount of dissolved oxygen is fairly low as compared to the amount of oxygen present in the air. And that is why the rate of breathing in aquatic organism is much faster than that seen in terrestrial organisms. So this happens so that there would be no deficiency of oxygen in the cells of aquatic organism. It means they have to have a high rate of breathing in order to fulfill the demand of oxygen, isn't it? So that there would be no deficiency of oxygen in the cell. Next important thing is that for the purpose of aquatic animals, for this purpose, the aquatic animals like fish take in water through their mouth and pass it through the gills where the dissolved oxygen is taken up by the blood. Now students, you must have seen the fish in the aquarium, isn't it? Have you ever observed that fish keeps on opening and closing mouth rapidly, isn't it? Now, the reason for this is in order to swallow more and more water, in order to take more and more water into the mouth, and then what happens? This water which they take passes with force across the gills, and gills are richly supplied with the blood capillaries, blood vessels, and this oxygen then go into the blood vessels and blood take it to the cells, and at the same time the carbon dioxide which is released by the cell during the process of respiration comes out through the gills and pass out along with the water which is coming out through the gills, which is passing through the gills, isn't it? So this is all about the aquatic animals. But in case of terrestrial animals, oxygen is absorbed by different organs in different animals, and all these organs have structure that increases the surface area which is in contact with the oxygen rich atmosphere. So now children, we will start respiratory system in human being. In one of the terrestrial animal, such as human being. Now, the human respiratory system consists of air passages and lungs. And this air passages consists of nose, that is the nasal cavity, then pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, isn't it? So all together they constitute our respiratory system. Now one by one we are going to deal with it. So first one is the nasal cavity. Children, nose contains two openings, and these two openings are called as nostrils, isn't it? The air that passes through the nostrils is filtered by fine hairs that line the passage, and the passage is also lined with a mucus which helps in this process by trapping the harmful particles, isn't it? And that is why you are told to breathe through your nose and not through your mouth, because if you are breathing through your mouth, all the harmful particles will get entry inside the body, isn't it? So always breathe through your nose, because inside the nose there are certain structures which filter all these harmful things. The second air passage involved in the respiratory system is pharynx. The nasal cavity at the rear end opens into the funnel shaped structure which is called as pharynx. Now children, I hope you all understand the meaning of word rear. Rear means back. Okay. Now it is common passage for movement of food and air. So in this video we have seen about two of the air passages, and in the next video we will see other air passages, that is larynx, trachea, bronchi, and also about the lungs, along with a complete diagram of human respiratory system. So till then, goodbye.